Welcome to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoy the show, which features immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Welcome to Ask the Lawyer, your premier Jamaican radio show dedicated to unraveling the complexities of the U.S. immigration system. Hosted by me, Ashley Dawkins, a proud Jamaican national, alongside esteemed New York-based immigration attorney Brian Figueroa, who brings over a quarter century of specialized experience. Together, we explore the benevolent aspects of America's immigration laws. Tune in to Ask the Lawyer for insightful guidance through the intricate world of immigration.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. New York City. Ooh. City of immigrants, 2 million Caribbean people, Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yes, we are here in huge numbers. Oh, St. Lucia, yes. We are here in huge numbers. Why? Well, economic opportunities. We come here on the H-1B visas, H-2B visas. 50,000 of those visas every year, and we come here as hotel workers, workers in the entertainment industry, meaning things like Six Flags, Disney, in the low-income entertainment industry. We come here on P-visas, too, for our entertainers. A lot of them make the mistake of coming on a B1, B2 visa, visitor's visa. Well, legally, you're not allowed to perform, and some entertainers have gotten into trouble. When we come here, we have skills: carpenters, plumbers, masons, electricians, and our brothers in those fields make a lot of money. Yes, 6 figures. So those skills that you develop in the Caribbean, it could be very lucrative for you if you were in New York City, if you were in America. In California, where we have a lot of Hispanic immigrants, they have the same benefits, so to speak. Once they have these experiences in the construction industry, they prosper with their own construction businesses. Many immigrants from the Caribbean, also in New York City, own their own construction businesses, real estate businesses. They own their own homes because they love living in their own homes. And the largest industry, obviously, for Caribbean people are what? Caribbean restaurants. I've never met someone who's not Jamaican not making the best jerk chicken, please. Or those people from Trinidad and Tobago with the curry, the roti. Obviously, Guyana has a lot of East Indians like T&T. So they come here and they make their roti too, and other curry products. But that's what immigrants want to eat. They left home, but they're still home here in New York City enjoying their Caribbean cuisine. Sorry McDonald's, sorry Burger King, sorry Wendy's, sorry Kentucky Fried Chicken, can't eat your please. Yes. My name is Brian Figueroa of Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You can be in America without losing your Caribbean culture. Isn't that great? Wasn't so all the time 20, 30 years ago, but it's better now. Also, we have a lot of people of Caribbean descent in the city council, in the state senate, in the state assembly, and holding jobs at very high level in government. Yes, we come here, we get an education with that great foundation that we may have gotten in the Caribbean. So, grabbing that educational opportunities that we have back home is important. What is more important is if you know you have family here and you may come to the U.S. in the future, choose a degree. Choose a profession that prepares you for the what? U.S. job market or the English job market, wherever you might migrate to. So, as I said, plumbers, electricians, people in the construction industry, those are good professions to be on top of, welders, because you could make six figures here in New York City, especially when you join the unions. The unions are very powerful in New York City, like how they are in large cities like California or Florida. So preparation is necessary. We also have our own training program. So as a law firm, we own various publications: Caribbean American Weekly, Workers' World Today, the Immigrants Journal. We are celebrating 25 years, yes, and New Black Voices. This show, obviously, is a show that is relevant to your needs. Why? And give you answers to your needs. Why? Because we understand you, because we are you. Yes, and very well educated, our staff. We know that our education is important. We know that fairness is important. Many immigrants from the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America are obviously hoodwinked by the guy or lady who are practicing law without a license, or even people who do not look like you, or sometimes they look like you and they do not know the law and they're just winging it. We don't wing it at the law firm of Figure & Associates. We have 27 years of experience. That's more than a quarter of a century. So yes, time does make a difference. As a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association since 1997, we have all the books, the manuals, all the resources that we need and experience. If you want to come up here as an EB-5 investor, that's where you invest $500,000 or $1 million in a U.S. business, we could work with you. Yes, you could start your own business or you could be part of a larger business. And when you invest that money, the investor, the investor's spouse, and the investor's children under 21 will get a green card. Yes, you get a temporary green card for 2 years, then your permanent green card. Most of these investors have been coming from China, and we are saying to our Caribbean nationals, you millionaires, hey, this is a great opportunity. One of the reasons, as a green card holder, you qualify for financial aid, you qualify for scholarships when you go to the various universities in the United States of America. So your investment not only earns you interest or profits, that $500,000 or $1 million, but the other profits that you get, obviously, is a lower cost for your education and opportunities for grants and scholarships. Because we know that our people in the Caribbean are very smart. Yes. Again, that goes to the foundation for your education. So whether you're trying to come to the U.S. on a visitor's visa, B1, B2 visas, or an entertainer's visa, or the H-2B or the H-1Bs, or you're trying to get your student visa, you should consult with our law firm, for that consultation. Yes. Preparation means that you're going to have a better chance of getting those visas. Do not apply for it. Be denied. Do not use those people on the street, the little corner places that do business in Jamaica or in TNT or wherever in the Caribbean, because most times those centers are not well educated on the issues. In fact, our paralegal certificate program is offered throughout the Caribbean and all over the world. Our program started recently, and we have actually people from the Ukraine living in other countries taking our courses, yes. We have had from Russia, the Ukraine, and other Eastern European countries. Why? Because they see the value of our paralegal program. When you visit our website, the law firm of Figueroa and Associates, our landing page at www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You would see a link there to our paralegal program. If you are a lawyer in the Caribbean and you want to migrate to the U.S., or you want to do business in the U.S., or you want to attend law school in the U.S. and get your proper qualifications, we suggest that our paralegal program could be very helpful for you attorneys who want to make that transition. And with the age of virtual, the skills that you have, which is legal research and writing, you could actually work as a virtual assistant to lawyers in the U.S. If you are interested in those job positions, you could also send us your resume as a qualified lawyer in the Caribbean. But as I said, our paralegal program would prepare you. So one of the programs we use is CALI, Computer Assisted Legal Instruction, where you learn everything that first year, second year, and third year law students learn in the U.S. at the various law schools. And you get it for a minimal cost. Again, my name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Our website for the law firm Figueroa and Associates is www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. Shout out to my sister in Jamaica, Lisa. We love you dearly. See you soon. Peace.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night. Sleep well knowing that you have the law firm of Figaro and Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figaro and Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figaro and Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figaro and Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figaro and Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
You are listening to Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers. Schedule an appointment now at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us.
Welcome to America, How to Get a Green Card, an Ask the Lawyer International Edition segment with attorney Brian Figaro of the law firm Figaro and Associates in New York. Are you planning to migrate to the U.S.? Do you have family in the U.S.? In this segment, learn about the consequences of entering the U.S. with or without inspection, unlawful presence, family, faith-based, and fiancé petitions, the impact of fraudulent visas when applying for a green card, and more. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer, International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Good day. This is Ashley Dawkins, immigration paralegal at the international law firm of Figaro and Associates. I have been deported. Can I return to the United States? Returning to the U.S. after deportation is a challenging process, but is not impossible. Here are some key points. A. Deportation grounds. People are deported for various reasons, including entering the United States without permission, B. Violating immigration status terms, C. Criminal offenses leading to deportability, and D. Security-related concerns. Things to consider are A. The inadmissibility period. After deportation, individuals are inadmissible for a specified period. The length of inadmissibility depends on the reasons for removal, the number of removals, and whether they are left voluntarily or after removal hearings. Some grounds of removal allow for waivers, except security-related grounds. Waivers may reduce the waiting period for re-entry, and severity of removal grounds affect waiver approval likelihood. How to get back. Form I-212 application. Individuals seeking re-entry file Form I-212 to request permission. USCIS then reviews the application and grants permission if eligible. Please note that U.S. citizens cannot be legally deported. They can return to the U.S. at any time. How to prove that you're a U.S. citizen? Determining your U.S. citizenship depends on various factors. Here are some scenarios to consider. Were you born in the U.S.? If you were born in the U.S., your birth certificate issued in the United States is proof of your citizenship. Do you have grandparents or parents born in the United States? You may be a U.S. citizen if one of your parents or grandparents was born in the United States or its territories. Additionally, if one or both of your parents became a naturalized U.S. citizen before your 18th birthday, you may also be a U.S. citizen. Naturalization. If you're a lawful permanent resident, a green card holder, you can apply for naturalization after meeting specific requirements established by Congress in the Immigration and Nationality Act. Always remember to consult a legal professional. For personalized guidance, consult with the immigration attorney or visit the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services website for detailed information. If you have been dipped and dissed and want to come back to the United States, or if you want to prevent being dipped, call us at 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Or schedule an appointment with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? we've got the answers. Welcome back. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions, we've got the answers. Schedule an appointment now at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Hello, my name is Mary Campbell, legal assistant at the law firm of Figueroa and Associates, and your presenter with this week's immigration news. We begin with Biden's new changes to the asylum process. On June 4, President Biden issued a sweeping order under Section 212 of the Immigration and Nationality Act, claiming that allows him to suspend the entry of most migrants who cross the border between ports of entry, echoing a similar order issued by President Trump in November 2018. Like the Trump action in 2018, Biden's new order came along with a simultaneous regulation, which went into effect at 12:01 a.m. on June 5, banning asylum to nearly all people who cross the border between ports of entry, while this new suspension remains in effect. Importantly, U.S. law provides that all people can seek asylum, regardless of how they enter the country. In a speech at the White House, Biden justified punishing people who did not access asylum through means the administration has created at ports of entry, arguing that it was the only way to limit pressure on an overwhelmed asylum system. President Biden's proclamation on National Immigrant Heritage Month, America is the only country in the world with a heart and soul that draws from old and new. We are home to people whose ancestors have been here for thousands of years and home to people from every place on earth. Some people came freely, some came chained by force, some came when famine struck or to flee persecution, and some came to chase dreams that are only possible here in America. We all come from somewhere, but we are all Americans. This month, we honor the contributions and celebrate the remarkable courage of our nation's immigrants, whose hopes and dreams helped found this country and continue to push us forward today. Meanwhile, in New York, Governor Hochul speaks on the asylum seekers in NY. According to Hochul, the state of New York has also had to provide resources to house these individuals, get them legal services, and try to get them into jobs. We have a lot of people who come looking for a better life. We're trying to manage this scale. I think this today is important to give us some breathing room. Congress is the only entity that can allocate the dollars. That's why Republicans are so disingenuous. When members of Congress or people who listened to Donald Trump, when there was a viable plan on the table, you have no right to complain right now. You have no moral authority on this one because you refuse to do your jobs. Number of unrepresented people in NYC immigration courts marks 18-year high. In the past 2 years, about 200,000 migrants have arrived in New York City, many of whom have defensive asylum cases after submitting themselves at the border. But an exclusive analysis of data from the Executive Office for Immigration Review, EOIR, data shows that in 2023, roughly half of all immigrants appearing in the New York City's largest immigration court at 26 Federal Plaza were unrepresented, with more unrepresented individuals in 2023 than the previous 5 years combined. The number tripled from 2021 to 2022 alone. The analysis was provided to Documented by Mobile Pathways, a tech nonprofit advancing equitable immigration access and support for underserved immigrants and partner nonprofits. The analysis also shows that between 2022 and 2023, 155,039 immigrants with hearings at Federal Plaza lack legal representation. Advocates rally for continued support of NYC immigrant student and early childhood programs. On Thursday, June 6, the New York Immigration Coalition, NYC, elected officials, member organizations, allies, parents, students, and immigrant New Yorkers rallied and held a press conference on the Tweed Courthouse steps. Advocates rallied to make New York's public schools more accessible and equitable for immigrant youth and families, including for asylum seekers. For FY25, the city must invest $25 million in Promise NYC for childcare for immigrant families, $4 million for the Immigrant Family Communication and Outreach Initiative for New York City Public Schools communication with parents who speak languages other than English, $800,000 to increase the number of high schools well prepared to teach and support immigrant and recently arrived asylum seeker youth. In other news, USCIS issues guidance on in-person filing for certain SIJ petitioners. USCIS is updating its policy manual to provide clarity on the filing process for certain petitioners seeking special immigrant juvenile SIJ classification. For those petitioners or their representatives who have less than 2 weeks before their 21st birthday, USCIS is introducing the option to file Form I-360, Petition for Amerasian, Widower, or Special Immigrant, in person at a USCIS field office instead of via mail. If your 21st birthday is beyond the 2-week threshold, you must adhere to the current filing instructions, which entail mailing Form I-360. More wrist-worn GPS devices being issued to track asylum seekers. A new, lighter GPS device that resembles a wristwatch to track migrants is being issued by immigration courts more frequently. The Very Watch system, administered by U.S. Immigration and Customs and Enforcement officers, has gone from a pilot project of just 50 participants to nearly 3,000 issued in just the past year, according to new data from Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse, TRAC, of Syracuse University. The number of these wrist-worn devices issued pales to the 155,000 currently issued Smart NK smartphone applications that track migrants nationwide. However, the TRAC data shows a new trend emerging by the courts, especially those in South Texas, to issue this new tracking technology. Nearly 500 of these wrist devices have been issued by U.S. immigration courts in Harlingen, Texas, TRAC reports. The numbers issued nationwide have jumped over 800 since the beginning of May. And finally, Borderland. The Line Within takes viewers through CBP's raid on a humanitarian aid camp. Borderland. The Line Within, a documentary directed by Pamela Yates and produced by Skylight Pictures, made its theatrical debut on May 3. Borderland takes viewers through a gripping narrative of how immigration enforcement agencies, from the U.S.-Mexico border to places well within our nation's interior, have created what the film calls the border industrial complex, a system that transforms the suffering of immigrant lives into corporate profit. The producers of the film included footage from a raid that U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, carried out on a humanitarian aid camp set up in the Arizona desert that provided water and shelter to migrants crossing the border. Thank you.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Arle Lou Izon is a criminal, now deceased and indicted by the federal government for defrauding thousands of Grenadians. If you or a family member is a victim of Arle Lou Izon and are in deportation proceedings or any immigration matters pending in immigration court, please call the law firm of Figueroa and Associates at 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, ask the lawyer. You have questions, we've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
Estate planning, a practical guide for everyone, whether you are in the U.S. or the Caribbean. The term estate planning often brings to mind images of wealthy individuals dividing vast fortunes among heirs. However, this is a misconception. Estate planning is not just for the affluent. It's a vital process for anyone who wants to ensure their wishes are fulfilled and their loved ones are provided for after they're gone. Let's delve into what estate planning entails and why it's essential for everyone, regardless of their wealth. Understanding estate planning. At its core, estate planning is about organizing your affairs and deciding what happens to your assets and responsibilities after you pass away or become incapacitated. Contrary to common misconceptions, it's not solely about distributing wealth. It encompasses various aspects of your life, including 1. Assets. This includes everything you own, such as real estate, vehicles, bank accounts, investments, and personal belongings. 2. Healthcare. Estate planning involves making decisions about your medical care if you cannot communicate your wishes, including appointing a healthcare proxy or creating a living will. 3. Guardianship. If you have minor children, estate planning allows you to designate guardians who will care for them in the event of your death or incapacity. 4. Debts and liabilities. Estate planning involves addressing outstanding debts or financial obligations and appropriately handling them. Simple steps to estate planning. Estate planning doesn't have to be complex or intimidating. Here are some straightforward steps to get started. 1. Take inventory. Begin by compiling a list of your assets and liabilities. This includes bank accounts, retirement funds, life insurance policies, real estate, and personal possessions. 2. Draft a will. A will is a legal document outlining how you want your assets distributed after death. It also allows you to appoint an executor to oversee the distribution process. 3. Consider additional documents. Depending on your circumstances, you may need other estate planning documents, such as a durable power of attorney to manage your financial affairs if you cannot, and a living will to outline your healthcare preferences. 4. Review beneficiary designations. Ensure that the beneficiaries listed on your retirement accounts, life insurance policies, and other assets are up to date and aligned with your wishes. Why estate planning matters. Estate planning isn't just about ensuring your assets are distributed according to your wishes. It's also about providing peace of mind for you and your loved ones. Here's why it's essential. Protecting loved ones. Estate planning allows you to provide for your family members and ensure they're cared for financially and emotionally. Avoiding conflict. Clear instructions and designated beneficiaries can help prevent disputes among family members after your passing. Minimizing taxes and expenses. Proper estate planning can help reduce tax liabilities and the administrative costs of settling your estate. Ensuring your wishes are honored. By documenting your wishes in legally binding documents, you can ensure that your preferences regarding health care, guardianship, and asset distribution are honored. Legal guidance. Estate planning is a crucial aspect of financial and personal planning that benefits individuals and families of all income levels. By proactively organizing your affairs and documenting your wishes, you can provide for your loved ones and alleviate stress during difficult times. Don't let misconceptions or intimidation deter you. Start the estate planning process today for a more secure tomorrow. Remember, estate planning is a necessity, not a luxury. Protect your loved ones' legacy and assets by contacting the experienced estate planning law firm of Fig_Rowe and Associates. Call 855-768-8845 or visit www.askthelawyer.us to book a consultation. The lawyer you hire does make a difference.
Estate planning is a necessity, not a luxury. Let the law firm of Figaro and Associates help you protect your legacy, assets, and loved ones. Get estate planning consultation on wills, living trust and probate, power of attorney, health proxy, deed transfers, providing for special needs, disabled children and grandchildren, minimizing federal and state taxes. Call us right now at 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Or schedule an appointment at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us.
Do you need to do a deed transfer? Figaro and Associates would be happy to help. We would be glad to assist you with adding a spouse, family member, or partner to a deed, removing an individual from a deed, and transferring a deed from an individual to a corporation, LLC, or trust. We would also assist you with advice on whether a deed transfer would violate the terms of your mortgage, advice on the best way to take title, whether it's tenants in common, joint tenancy, or rights of survivorship. We would also advise you on the best type of deed to use. For consultation, call the law firm of Figaro and Associates at 855-768-8845. Again,
855-768-8845. The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Are you interested in investing in real property, a home, or investment property in New York or other states? Then Equity Smart Realty Inc. can work with you. From potential returns to portfolio diversification, buying international property comes with its perks, but it's also a complex process, and there are tax matters to consider. Equity Smart Realty Inc. can help you purchase real estate in New York. We have the knowledge you need to simplify the process. Ready to discuss your options? Schedule a consultation on this matter, or start a business, or a branch of your business at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us, or call 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845.
We hope you enjoy the show, which features news, views, and interviews on matters such as immigration, personal injury, bankruptcy, divorce, family law, estate planning, wills and probate, deed transfers, civil rights, criminal defense, workers' compensation, and taxes, both individual and business. You can contact us at 855-768-8845 or visit us at www.askthelawyer.us. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Study reveals women leave partners who can't perform in bed. In the intricate dance of romantic relationships, sexual compatibility often holds a significant sway. A recent study has delved into this area, shedding light on an intriguing aspect of intimate partnerships. The research suggests that women are more inclined to leave partners who struggle with erectile dysfunction, highlighting the pivotal role of sexual satisfaction in relationship dynamics. Published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, the study surveyed over 2,000 heterosexual women aged between 18 and 50. The participants were asked about their experiences and attitudes regarding erectile dysfunction, ED, in their male partners. The findings unveiled a compelling correlation between ED and relationship longevity, indicating that women are more likely to end relationships where their partners face difficulties in achieving or maintaining an erection. The implications of these findings reverberate through the complex tapestry of romantic relationships. While the study does not delve into the precise reasons behind this trend, Several factors may contribute to women's decisions to leave partners grappling with ED. First and foremost, sexual intimacy plays a crucial role in fostering emotional connection and relationship satisfaction. When one partner experiences challenges in fulfilling this aspect of the relationship, it can lead to feelings of frustration, inadequacy, and dissatisfaction for both parties. Over time, unresolved sexual issues can erode the foundation of trust and intimacy upon which healthy relationships thrive. Moreover, societal perceptions and cultural norms surrounding masculinity and sexual performance may exacerbate the pressure felt by men dealing with ED. The stigma associated with ED can create a barrier to seeking help and support, further complicating the situation for both partners. In such instances, open communication and mutual understanding are imperative for navigating the challenges posed by sexual dysfunction. It's essential to recognize that ED is a medical condition that can arise due to various factors, including physiological, psychological, and lifestyle-related aspects. Seeking professional help from healthcare providers, such as urologists or sex therapists, can offer avenues for diagnosis, treatment, and support. Additionally, couples therapy can provide a safe space for partners to address underlying issues, improve communication, and explore alternative forms of intimacy. Despite the prevalence of ED and its impact on relationships, discussions surrounding sexual health and dysfunction remain primarily taboo in many societies. Breaking down these barriers and fostering open dialogue is essential for dispelling myths, reducing stigma, and promoting understanding and empathy. The study's findings suggest that sexual compatibility is a vital component of romantic relationships. However, it's crucial to approach the topic with sensitivity, compassion, and a willingness to address challenges collaboratively. By fostering an environment of trust, empathy, and mutual support, couples can navigate the complexities of sexual dysfunction and emerge stronger together. Ultimately, the journey towards resolving issues related to sexual dysfunction requires patience, understanding, and a shared commitment to nurturing the bond between partners. As we strive to cultivate healthier and more fulfilling relationships, let us embrace openness, empathy, and a willingness to confront difficult conversations with courage and compassion. Diamonds are forever. Marriages are not. If you can't move past ED in your marriage and are thinking of a divorce or separation, consult with the compassionate and experienced team at the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. Call 855-768-8845 or visit www.askthelawyer.us.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night. Sleep well knowing that you have the law firm of Figueroa and Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figueroa and Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figueroa and Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figueroa and Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figueroa and Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Love is in the air. Do you know that a prenup or an irrevocable trust can say, I love you in a way flowers and chocolates never could. Ask the lawyer. Let the law firm of Fig, Arrow and Associates show you how. Don't hesitate. Call 855-768-8845 or visit www.askthelawyer.us to schedule an appointment today.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, ask the lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
Good day and a warm welcome to everyone. Today we have a very special guest with us in studio, the Executive Director of Caribbean Cultural Center African Diaspora Institute, also known as CCCADI, Melody Capote. So lovely to have you with us, Ms. Capote. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having us.
So for those who don't know, just give us a brief overview of CCCADI and their mission and what they do.
Thank you. Folks do know us as CCCADI, or often referred to as CADI. It is an organization, 47-year-old cultural organization that works toward advancing equity and racial and social justice for African descendants worldwide. We are based in East Harlem now, have had various homes throughout the city, but we know that the Harlem is the heartbeat of everything that has to do with Black culture, and we are the anchor institution on the east side of 125th Street.
Lovely. So in reference to your Crossroads program, what inspired the program and how does it align with CCCADI's mission?
Well, actually, Crossroads was born out of direct response to artists of color, specifically during the pandemics, what we call the pandemics of both COVID-19 and the Black Lives Matter movement. And what we were finding was that many of our artists, as we know, I mean, the notion of being an artist is usually that they're struggling and they're starving and usually don't have a place, a home for the art to be shown. So we serve as that platform. I mean, historically, we've been the place where artists have been able to show their work, if they're visual artists, or a stage where we have a group from Trinidad and a group from Cuba and a group from Brazil showing the commonalities we share as people of African descent. So during the pandemic, what we found was that the artists were super concerned about various things. All of a sudden, our lives went on to this Zoom world, and many were concerned about protecting their intellectual property. Others were concerned, or in addition to being concerned about how we would be prepared as a community when the doors opened up again. And one of the things we were all very clear was that we were not going to go back to normal, because normal was really never good for our communities. And so when you talk about art and culture and that particular kind of cohort of artists and cultural workers, they wanted to be prepared, or as prepared as possible as their colleagues in the field, to be able to do the work and do it successfully and build. After Hurricane Maria, the devastation of Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, and since then, additional hurricanes and kind of natural disasters that have affected islands like Antigua, Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Haiti, what we were finding is that cultural workers were really, and artists were really looking for ways of being able to sustain themselves prior to and post these incidents and tragedies in our communities. And so the Crossroads program was born based in Puerto Rico, but as a way of working with, supporting, and promoting artists throughout the Caribbean basin. And it was really a direct response to artists saying they needed this help, they wanted this help, and with artists of color being at the center of the work that we do, this is how we chose to respond.
So, can you elaborate on the holistic healing justice approach used in Crossroads and its significance for Caribbean artists?
When we talk about holistic healing and holistic approaches to the work, we can't talk about being racially and socially just and not talk about our wellness and the well-being of our communities, and particularly our artist community. So our approach is a decolonizing and healing justice framework that aims to create a self-sustaining ecosystem through skills development and support. And it allows us to enhance cultural and economic contributions of our Caribbean artists. So again, through the Crossroads program, and we have a program in New York called DEAR, which is the Digital Evolution Artist Retention Program. We're providing artists with the tools, the training, and the funding to be able to do this work at optimum level and be able to do it well. And in wellness, that we are offering workshops that deal with healing the soul, healing the body, healing the mind, and addressing those concerns that are at the heart of all of the work that we do. What we do know about our cultural workers and artists and our art in general is that we're not we're not an institution that's about art for art's sake. The art that comes out of our communities is an art of resilience. In many instances, an art of resistance. And during the Black Lives Matter movement, prior to and since, right? I think we've always been in a Black Lives Matter movement, but it's been an opportunity to help support artists through mental and emotional healing and support, through physical support, through workshops, being able to even create communities where they're talking with each other, not at each other or not being spoken to or at, but working together to create a holistic approach that gives them a better way of being able to address the needs of a community, our general community, and their own needs as artists. So that's what we're intending to do with this plan, is to address the whole person and not just the art.
So you mentioned art is not just art, it's art of resilience and art of resistance based on our backgrounds. How does Crossroads foster cultural sustainability and innovation within the Caribbean artistic community?
Well, what's important about Crossroads is that we've developed an international network, if you will. There's an international advisory committee that exists of representatives from Haiti, St. Croix, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Antigua, and it is with the expertise of those folks, those representatives in those islands, that we're able to better shape what our programming and approach is. So we're hearing, for example, one of the very kind of common things that we take for granted here in the States is Wi-Fi and internet. Excuse me. Wi-Fi and internet. We know here in the States, we know here particularly in New York, there still exists a digital divide between communities of color and a more general population. But in the Caribbean, what we don't take into account is hurricanes, is the, myself being from Puerto Rico and being in the island many times, particularly since Hurricane Maria, the uncertainty of electricity. All of a sudden you're on a Zoom and all of a sudden you're not. You're in an elevator, and all of a sudden, you're not. So that there are certain elements, what are climate justice issues, environmental issues, the colonial concerns in our islands and communities that still affect us as a whole, being able to allow for our artists and our communities in general to just thrive. So the hope is that with our network of artists and cultural workers throughout the Caribbean, of which now we represent 11 islands and we're looking to expand, the idea is that we aren't creating programs that we think folks need. We're creating programs that's a direct response to what we're hearing in these various regions. So in some instances, they're common, kind of a common issue that needs to be addressed, and in others, they're very specific to that particular place. So that is kind of how we're approaching it. It's been almost 3 years in the making of Crossroads since we had the idea to want to do this again, as an immediate response to what we were hearing artists felt they needed. And when we started these programs, it was through the pandemic and a lot of Zooms and Google Meets, which had us meeting with artists beyond, we did not think we were going to be reaching artists in England, in Africa, in South America, and yet we were. Now as we kind of come out of it and not so dependent on Zoom, what we do know is, what is happening for artists' lives in Barbados is very similar to what's happening with artists' lives in Puerto Rico and here in New York. So how do we address that to kind of ease the approach to success, right? However that success is defined.
This has been an excerpt. To listen to the full interview, go to www.youtube.com/@InceptionFMRadio.
In a world where silence hides violence, there's a beacon of hope. Join the Love Life Now Foundation as we stand up against domestic violence in Jamaica. Let your voice be the catalyst for change. Speak out against all forms of domestic abuse within your homes. Domestic violence is not a part of Jamaican culture. Together, we can break the cycle and help victims find safety. Love Life Now Foundation provides hearts and hands to those affected by offering vital resources and get safe assistance. To support our mission to empower victims to become survivors, call 1-876-824-6470. Love Life Now Foundation, Jamaica. Together, we can heal. Together, we can make a difference. Stand up against domestic violence today.
Hi, good day. My name is Ashaki Foster. I just want to send out a shout out to Mr. Figueroa and his staff, thanking them for all that they've done for me so far with my social, my green card, and now I'm finally a citizen. And I just want to recommend him to the people in the U.S. and also the Caribbean. Thank you.
Do you want to be a paralegal? Or are you planning to go to law school? Our Chamber Coalition's online paralegal program is the right program to get you started. Some of the areas of law include contracts, property law, tort liability, civil procedure, constitutional law, immigration, civil rights, estate planning, wills and trusts, and matrimonial, plus legal research and writing, legal marketing, and small business. We also use Cali, which is used in law schools, and you get extra certificates from Clio and LexisNexis. By graduating from this program, you can market yourself as a virtual paralegal for attorneys and law firms in New York State. There is a one-time fee of $550. Are you excited to learn more? Register for an orientation at www.freeparalegal.org. That's www.freeparalegal.org.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, ask the lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
This show is a production of IQ Inc. Marketing. If you would like to advertise your product or service on this show to the U.S. and Caribbean markets and through our multicultural publications in New York, please call 866-435-3286 or send an email to info@myiqinc.com.
Thank you for listening to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoyed the show, which featured immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer, International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.